Joining me now is Sky News contributor Louise Roberts. Louise, there's been an enormous reaction from our readers to a piece you wrote over the weekend calling on Kevin Rudd to resign as Australia's ambassador to the US. Tell me why you argued that he needs to do this for the good of the country.
Well, we have the footprint of the comments that he made about the US president before he was a diplomat, before he was appointed to this role, which made the appointment even more curious in my book. But it's clear that Mr Albanese cannot meet with Mr Trump. There's no meeting. The G7 meeting was cancelled and nothing else has been put in the diary since then. And what's happened is Brent Buchanan, who's a former pollster with Donald Trump, has said that Kevin Rudd is the problem. He was very specific about that. He said that the US president doesn't like dealing with him and thinks that Australia should find an Australian and replace him with someone that he wants to actually deal with. So to me, it's a bit of a sort of open and shut case that we need to find someone who will represent our interests in Washington that the US president wants to deal with. And if there's no meeting with Mr Albanese and Mr Rudd is on the outer, then who exactly is representing our interests in Washington at the moment?
Well, let's review why Kevin Rudd is seen as a Trump basher. He's earned that reputation. He said the president is nuts. That was constructive. He also said he's the most destructive president in history. And most incredibly, he also said he was a traitor to the West. And that is just an incredible thing for him to be saying. And there was also this.
The United States in the last 4 years has been run by a village idiot.
We shouldn't be surprised that the Trump administration is not happy, Louise.
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you were the president, would you want to deal with someone who said you were a traitor to the West, particularly given the great work he's doing currently in the Middle East, and who said you were actually the most destructive president in US history? I mean, of course you wouldn't want to deal with an ambassador from Australia, given the whole relationship between us and the US has been fantastic and strong really up until this point. And a lot of that is due to, of course, since World War II. So I really don't blame Mr Trump at all for wanting him out of the picture and wanting someone else in the chair that he can actually deal with. But, you know, that's why I said I believe that Mr Rudd should resign, but to that point, I don't actually think he will. He'll have to be replaced.
Well, that puts the Prime Minister in a difficult position. How does he make this call without losing face? How does he convince Kevin Rudd to step down so he doesn't look like he's being sacked?
Well, that's right. And how does he make it look like he didn't make the wrong decision in the first place? But what's the message it's sending to Washington is that mateship is more important than strategic diplomacy. I mean, I don't think it is, but that's a very difficult path for Mr Albanese to navigate. And of course, since then, the conversation has come up, most notably on Friday at Sky's Forum, where he was asked directly whether Mr Rudd is the problem, and he said he wasn't. He was sort of brushed it off and suggested that, you know, there's other issues to contend with, but certainly the rumblings from within Trump's camp would suggest that he, in fact, is the problem.
Louise Roberts, thank you so much for your time tonight.